This is our raspberry patch. It's been a great patch for us for the last 4 or 5 years, and it's still in excellent shape. And I just want to show you a few things about it. It's just towards the end of the first week in May, and you'll see some of the raspberry canes have some leaves and others look quite dead. You can see that as you go down here into the patch. Raspberries are the kind of fruit that bears its fruit on second-year canes. So this is a cane. It's alive and sprouting, and it started to grow last summer. This one was in the same position that last year that this cane is this year. So it fruited, and each individual cane dies after it delivers fruit. So the best time to prune raspberries is when I'm doing it right now, because it's very easy to see which canes are live and ready to give us some fruit and which canes are spent. It's not so easy to see in late last year and late summer, because these canes that fruited still would have had some leaves at that time. So spring is the best time to prune, and that's what I'm doing now. You can see that I've just started, and this side of this row has had the dead canes removed. You can still see some dead canes over here. I'll get those from the other side. So pruning is an annual activity. If you don't take the dead canes out, they just keep building up, and the patch ends up choking itself to death. Perhaps even more important, though, is this mulch. I use cedar bark mulch here, and I'm very careful to keep the ground completely covered at all times, because if weeds, and especially grass, starts to grow in and amongst the canes, that marks the end of your patch. It might take a few years for that grass to take over, but raspberries don't like grass, and when the grass moves in, that's pretty well done for your patch. And it takes a fair amount of work to establish a patch, so you want to keep it going as long as possible. So you start with very clean ground and make sure the soil is completely covered at all times, and if you do that, it's a great way to get fruit with really a minimum amount of work. It's a perennial fruit crop, and it can keep on going for 10, 15 years even. Thanks for watching. Click here to join the thousands of people who get the Bailey Line Road hands-on how-to newsletter for free every Saturday morning.